The word resolution begins with the word to be resolute, which means to be unwavering and determined. The word resolution has lost its power, impact, and meaning over the years. So we're going to change the way you see resolutions to make it more impactful for you, to make it more effective and efficient for you. Remember that the confluence of effectiveness and efficiency is elegance. I want you to create elegant resolutions this year for 2021. You deserve it. It's been a rough year for a lot of us. So you can begin with seeing a resolution as to be unwavering and to be determined about something. Now, since what I'm going to share with you is how the resolutions you have to make, that you must make this year. And I really do mean it when you have to make it. If you really do want great relationships, whether a future relationship or a relationship that you're nurturing right now, these are 3 resolutions that you really need to make. And I might be able to have time to share an activity you can do today to make your resolutions even more powerful, and something you could do with your inner circle. And I'll explain to you what that is exactly. Because what I do is all about having great relationships. We're gonna put this in the context of our great relationships, but this could really apply in all of your relationships. So let's begin with setting up good foundations. Good foundations are essential so that you see and perceive things in the correct manner, in the most effective and efficient manner. Number 1 is that you will become unwavering and determined in these 3 things. Number 2 is that you must see a relationship as a dynamic, not a noun. It doesn't mean that I'm in a relationship, therefore it is a sexual one. My relationship to someone is a dynamic that we have. It means how we interact and interface with each other. My relationship to my pet is that it's my pet. We have a pet dynamic, pet master dynamic. Your relationship to your lover, partner, sexual, exclusive, or open partner is you have a particular specific dynamic to them. And each relationship, remember, for this all to really come together, you have to understand that each relationship that you have in your life, each professional relationship, your colleague relationship, is not a colleague relationship. It's that relationship to that specific individual in that specific manner. Your relationship with your friend is not a friend relationship. It's a relationship with that specific person in that specific dynamic and manner and format. Each relationship is unique to their own. So beginning with that, I want you to make these commitments. Number 1 is I want you to become determined and unwavering that you will treat all of your communication as a negotiation. Remember that all of communication is a negotiation, and no such communication is not a negotiation. There's no communication that is not a negotiation. When you begin with this, you will capture a lot of different skills. Number 1 is you will learn the skill of capturing their attention rather than being entitled to their attention. I want you to really put this into your mind and remember this forever, that the death of every loving relationship is being and therefore feeling taken for granted. When you take each other for granted, you will inevitably both feel taken for granted. And the most fundamental thing that people take for granted is attention. I don't take your attention for granted, and therefore I'm very interesting and compelling and impactful to you and provide you good information, because I don't take your attention for granted. But the attention you take for granted is from the person you love, admire, and adore, and they're being and therefore feeling taken for granted. And guess what? So do you. You feel taken for granted, and to me that's tantamount to abuse. Being and feeling taken for granted is abuse. So treat all your communication as negotiation. This will give you another different skill, which is a fundamental skill, and it gives you clarity of communication, one of the most powerful communication skills. And this is being able to create contracts of appreciation. I want you to see appreciation as not thankfulness. In other words, when someone is going through a bad event in their life, you appreciate that they're going through a bad event in their life. It doesn't mean you're being thankful for it. It means you understand they're going through a bad thing in their life. And so look at this as Getting contracts of understanding. A contract of appreciation is a contract of understanding. You understand? So when you, for example, the words that will come out of your mouth, the syntax that it will show up in when you have these communications, these types of communication is, do you have an understanding? Do we have an agreement? Do you agree? Do you understand exactly what I mean? Because I would like some clarity. I would love to be clear about what I'm saying. I don't want it to be mistaken to be something else. These are the words that will come out of your mouth when you learn that all of communication is a negotiation, and that there is no communication that is not a negotiation. Understand? Number 2, resolution that I want you to make is, I want you to say to yourself, I will become determined and unwavering in treating all of relationship as not already granted to me. I will treat all of the relationships I have in my life as not already granted to me. I will not be an entitled person. I will be a deserving person. When you take on this commitment, when you become unwavering with this, you will end up becoming a deserving person. You will say to yourself, how can I enhance myself? How can I enhance my vocabulary? How can I enhance my skills so that I can deserve the attention of the person that I like, love, admire, and adore? So that I can deserve their attention, so I can deserve a good life, so I can deserve a great relationship. What skills do I need to enhance? How do I enhance myself so that I can deserve what I want? One way to be able to enhance yourself is personal development is really important. So I created a company called Great Relationships University. Go to greatrelationshipsu.com. Check out that company. It has a 12 plus hours on, so you can enhance your psychology, enhance your social dynamic skills, and enhance your relationship management skills, so that you become a really, really deserving person. I like to say that deservedness is the central tenet of my existence, and I like to deserve something. I don't want anything which I don't feel I deserve. And the reason why I get so many great things is because I feel I deserve it, because I've enhanced myself to deserve those things. The reason why I can do these videos and every single day without any practice is because I've enhanced myself to be able to deserve doing these videos. How are you enhancing yourself to be able to deserve the things that you want in your life? That's called making the central tenet of your existence being deservedness rather than entitlement. Number 3 resolution that I want you to make is that I want you to say, I want to become determined and unwavering in becoming the most consistent person that I know. For women, it's a little bit harder because of the hormonal cycle that they go through. For men, it's a little bit easier, but most nobody is consistent. And you love people that are consistent. You love people that you know what you can expect about. You love going to places where you know what you can expect. You like interacting with people and listening to people who you know what you can expect, because you know they stand for something and they are consistent about it. Remember that the reason you know you can trust someone, the reason you can trust someone, you can rely upon someone, you can be confident about someone, is when you recognize that they are consistent. Their words are consistent with their actions. And if you want people to become attracted to you, to trust you, to become faithful to you, to become compelled by you, you have to become consistent. Become the most consistent person that you know. We'll explore this more in other videos, but the last thing I want you to do is I want you to go with your inner circle. Your inner circle is the people that are closest to you. I'll explain that more, why that's so powerful. But I want you to, today, Happy New Year's Day, talk with your inner circle, the people that you love the most, that you spend the most time with, that you love, admire, and adore. And whether it's 5 people, whether it's 2 people, whether it's 10 people that are closest to you, go with them and go and talk about what you appreciate, what you understand about yourself for 2020. And then I want you to talk about your goals for 2021 and your resolutions for 2021. And the reason why this is powerful is you're making your resolutions more concrete by communicating it with other people, and you feel a certain feeling. It's a brain hack. You feel a certain feeling of being held accountable. I want you to do that and come back to me, say how it goes, and leave your comments below. And Have a great year. Talk to you next time. Bye bye.